Calling this hearing to order at 7 p.m. We will review, do we have any continuances?
No.
No. So we're only doing new public hearings and we're not allowed to conduct any new business, although I think we have one item for discussion, correct?
Yes.
In accordance with Commonwealth of Mass Executive Order suspending certain provisions of open meeting law, pardon me, we are conducting this meeting online to ensure public access and of the deliberations. The public may access this call through telephone and video conferencing. Members of the public will have an opportunity to ask questions and provide public comment on applications and discussions following the petitioner's presentation and questions from the commission. To do so, please raise your hand in the participant function of the Zoom meeting platform. If you're on the phone, you can just dial *9. The host will mute and unmute as we see fit. Following public comment, we will probably mute all microphones so that the commission can vote. And again, that's why we're turning video screen off. That's preserving bandwidth. Once the commission has acted on an application, the petitioner is free to leave the meeting. And we probably will not share screens tonight. So once there are no more public comments on a motion, I will ask for a motion to continue, approve, or approve with conditions, or disapprove, and we'll call for a vote. So with that, welcome everybody, and I think we can get started unless anything the commissioners want to say. There are only 5 of us here tonight. Everybody doing okay tonight? Plus or minus?
So far, so good.
Yeah, how's everyone?
We're holding up there, I think. Weird times. All right, so public hearings. Why don't we welcome Rosalind Romberg back on behalf of the First Parish Trustees. And this is to, it's an application for a repair chimney and chimney cap at the Right Tavern, which I think you all know that building. It's on the corner of Main and Monument. And just Rosalind back. And is there presentation material, Heather, we can look at?
Yeah, I can share the screen.
Let's look at it. All right, so Rosalind, are you on the line there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, and can you see the screen?
Yes.
Do you mind running through what you want to do?
Sure. So you're looking at photographs of 2 chimneys of the Right Tavern. The larger of the 2 chimneys is active and is used to, with the furnace in the basement, to heat the various spaces in the building. And that chimney needed to be repointed on the just exterior brickwork and repaired, which we conducted last summer. You're looking at a building inspection report that was performed by Paul Cornell and Associates on the building last summer. We conducted all of the, or completed all of the pointing work. And in the inspection report, the inspector also said that the chimney really needed to be relined and recommend placement of a small, dark, not very obtrusive cap on the top of the chimney to prevent rainwater and also birds, bats, raccoons, critters from climbing down into the building. Because this is the original chimney, the recommendation, we are coming to you because, well, we understand that the chimney cap is not authentic to the era. The chimney is, and a chimney cap will preserve the life of the chimney for a much longer period and prevent further decay to the chimney itself. So that's one picture. Heather, might you show one of the other pictures? The picture, so that's the exterior work that was done. Do you have the photograph of the chimney caps that I included as well? Yes, example. That's an example of the type of chimney cap. And there's another example in a previous. So that's what it would look like. The work would be performed by Walter Zajac, who goes by the business name The Chimney Doctor, which for many years was located at Beharrell Street in West Concord before that area was rehabbed. And he has performed work on many historic structures in and around Concord and surrounding towns, and has installed a chimney cap exactly like that, black, so not shiny, not attracting attention, on quite a number of historic buildings around Concord.
All right. I think I'm just looking through the material as well. So I forgot to say this is 6 Lexington Road, not the corner of Lexington and Maine. That's a very Bostonian way of giving directions. So any comments from the commission? Well, why don't I go around? Is there anything that Rosalind needs to explain, or let me go around the horn here on my screen. Luis, do you have any thoughts?
Historically correct, but I don't think that you can avoid having a cap. And I think that this particular cap, it's perfectly harmonious with the building. So I don't have any objections to that cap.
Thank you, sir. Abigail.
I agree. I think it's important to preserve and maintain the integrity of the chimney. We've approved this style of cap at other buildings within the Main Street District, and I have no objection.
Thank you, ma'am. Nia?
Yep, I agree with everybody else. I hate chimney claps, but I think it's necessary. Paul Cornell is a very good inspector. As long as the chimney cap is going to be a matte black finish, I'm all for it.
Thank you. And Catherine?
No objections at all. I agree with everyone else. It's consistent with what we've approved before. So.
All right. And I have no objections. I think if it makes the building last another 250 years, that would be a good thing. So I think
We probably should note for the record, we should have done it at the beginning. Anyone that's a member of the parish, just state for the record, just to be transparent.
okay. Although there is a, as Rosalind pointed out, there's a division between the church and the trustees.
Right.
Right Tavern. But I am a member, and Catherine, I believe you are.
I am a member, yes.
All right. All right. Well, I don't see any raised hands or concerns from the commission, so I'll open it up to public comment. Is there any public comment on the application for chimney caps at 6 Lexington Road on the right tab? I see no raised hands, and I think we are ready for a motion.
Right. I move that we approve the application for 6 Lexington Road to repair the chimney and install the chimney cap as submitted. As long as, I don't know if we should add that it, as long as it is matte black finish.
Okay.
I'll second.
Thank you, Abigail. All right. A motion, and it's been seconded. All in favor? Let me go around the horn here. Luis, you have to unmute yourself, sir. Luis?
I wasn't muted by the host, it says.
That's very nice. I'm just taking the roll now. All in favor? Luis?
I'm in favor.
Catherine?
Aye.
Nia?
Aye.
Abigail?
Aye.
And I'm an aye too. It's unanimous, and you are good to go, Rosalind,
Thank you very much. We really appreciate your help and
for a
support.
nice, complete application. Very nice to see.
Bye for now.
Kneecap.
Aye.
All right, next on our docket is 51 Walden Street, I believe. This is a certificate of appropriateness to replace front steps, landings, railings, install new railing, and repave walkway at the Performing Arts Center on 51 Walden Street. And I'm not sure who's presenting.
I don't know if it's Carol or Holly or both. I don't, if you, either of you want to unmute or start your video. Who's ever
Okay.
presenting.
I'm happy to start. Carol didn't. Carol, do you want to introduce the project?
Sure. Yeah, I'm the executive director of 51 Walden, and I'm just curious, I can't start my video. So if I had wanted to raise my hand during the last discussion, you wouldn't have seen me. Maybe I'm not very good at doing this, but in any event.
There's a raise hand button where you can raise your hand and we'll get a notification.
Okay, I don't.
Dialing in by phone, Carol?
No, no, I'm on a computer and it says, okay, now I'm on, but I couldn't do it myself. I had to ask you to release my picture. I got a haircut yesterday.
Oh, lucky you.
Yes, very lucky.
So yes, we have filed an application to replace the front steps at 51 Walden. They are in not great shape. It's a project that we need to do. It involves adding a center rail for safety. Right now there are just, oh, thank you, Heather. Now there are just the 2 rails on the outside, and the proposed project would change the rails to there. Oh, beautiful. 3 wrought iron rails, and then would replace the asphalt directly in front with brick, and raising the level of the porch so that it is level with the front doors. Right now there's 5 or 6 inches gap. And with that, I'll turn it over to Holly, who's on the board and is an architect.
Hi, Holly, welcome.
Hi, thank you. And I think this, the picture tells you what we're doing. We do end up with 1 additional step by raising the step at the door, but that's to conform with the building code that requires that the inside and the outside of the doors be at the same level. And so I think that'll be much safer. And the distance between the rails previously was excessive, plus the rails obviously were quite ugly and not in keeping with anything. The wrought iron is what has been used at most of the public buildings in Concord Center, and these are very similar to the townhouse, which also has a center rail as well. So this is the proposal.
Holly, may I ask a question? How are those, these are wood stairs?
They are wood stairs.
Are the railings anchored below somehow?
Yeah, they'll be anchored down in the ground. The stairs are being completely removed. The impetus for this project is the stairs are literally falling apart. You can't nail some of the treads down because the stringers are gone. So that was a safety issue and had to be redone. And so that will be completely removed, and there will be concrete put in to anchor the railings.
All right. Heather, do you want to share just real quick the picture of the railing, the detail, just so people can see?
Right, there are a few other pictures that we submitted, I think.
Yeah. I think it's, yeah, there you go, proposed railing.
This is the townhouse. And that's the size that meets code for grippability.
Any detail on the brick? Is it a standard running bond?
If you look, what the brick is designed is to match the 2 sides. There are 2 flanking brick sort of patios or brick areas that have a bench on them, 1 on either side. And I think I did submit a picture that picked up some of that. I don't know if that will
Okay, but it's a
go up. So it's exactly the same size, shape, and it matches exactly that. 2 brick landings there. Well, this is great. Yeah, perfect. Putting a real person. So you can see there are already these 2 brick areas. And
Yep.
so it seemed like it would be very nice to duplicate that, same brick, same pattern, and not have the asphalt pavement sidewalk go right up to the steps.
Yeah, we're never going to have to meet in person again, Holly. That's the thing. So.
I know.
All right. Let's see. Any questions from commissioners? Let me go around the room. Senior Berisbeitia.
I think that that's a very good design. I think that it's going to improve substantially the appearance of that entrance, which we're all familiar with. The way it looks right now, it's a little bare, and I think that putting those rails will enhance the whole look of the building. So I'm very much in favor of it.
Thank you, sir. Nia, you're next on my screen.
Yes, I agree with Luis. I also think, a lot of this is repair and code driven. I'm fine with the railings. I think they're appropriate. And I like the way you're going to add that brick section. So it is going to tie in very nicely with those 2 seating areas on either side. I'm assuming that the brick will match that brick.
Yes, it will.
So I'm in favor.
All right. Ms. Mast, you are next on my rotation.
I'm also in favor. I think it looks like it's a timely and nice improvement.
Thank you, ma'am. And Abigail, you're last.
I have no objection.
All right, thank you. And I have no objection either. So I think I'm looking for public comment at this point. Is there any public comment on the application for 51 Walden Street to replace the front steps, landing, railings, and repaving the walkway? I don't think anybody's trying to raise their hand or calling in, so I think we're ready for a motion.
I move that we approve the application for 51 Walden Street to replace front steps, landing, and railings, install new railings, and repave the walkway with brick as submitted.
I second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, and I will now call the roll for vote. All in favor, Luis?
Aye.
Nia?
Aye.
Catherine?
Aye.
Abigail?
Aye.
And I am an aye as well, so you're approved unanimously. Thank you for the presentation and good luck.
Yeah.
So we'll see you, when are you opening back up? Do we know? We don't know.
I can speak to that.
Huh?
There is a dance camp traditionally held for little girls in July and August, just a morning camp that is some inside, some mostly outside. We're hoping to be able to do that. I've been in touch with Kate Hodges just to make sure that we follow state and local guidelines. Then the next, well, after Labor Day, we would hope to start rehearsals and have something of a fall schedule.
Well, good luck. Thank you.
Yes.
We'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
Thank you. We'd like to do something.
Well, we'll all show up when you do it.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
Thanks, Holly.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Do enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah.
So that is our last public hearing. We now have one other business item, which is at 325 Main Street. And this is to discuss the location of a temporary storage pod. So I'm going to see, Mark, are you on the, yes, there you are. I think you're muted. Hang on a sec. I can't hear you, but Heather, is that me?
He's not muted.
Oh, can you turn your volume up, Mark? See if that works.
Okay, did that help?
There you go.
Yes.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you. Would you walk us
Okay.
through your thoughts, please?
Oh, surely. Well, thank you all for providing me opportunity here. I think more broadly, I'll just share an update with you. We have incorporated or utilizing some of the feedback you shared at an earlier meeting, and we're trying to finalize our plans so that we can have a more formal application and get your inputs. I won't commit to exactly when, but hopefully in the next 30 days or so, we'll have that available for you. In the meantime, we are moving forward and moving out of our house on Strawberry Hill Road, and we will be relocating down to the area. We don't want to overcrowd the house while we're managing through renovations. And so we've arranged for a storage pod and would like your consideration if we could place that on the property. And we would try to do that in a less obvious or more discreet way. It would be a standard size storage pod. These are 8 foot by 8 foot and 20 feet long. We requested and received from Viking Moving a new pod, so it's cosmetically, clean and in appearance. Our thought would be to locate it if you were coming in the Main Street Drive straight down toward the house, just continue straight and it would be off the end of the driveway. So therefore it would be really behind the, well, not behind, but beside the barn. So that if you were looking from Cottage Lane, you would still see the full elevation of the house and the full east elevation of the barn. And then in what is now starting to become a garden and wooded area, it's a bit overgrown. That would be where the pod is located. So that would be our plan, if you folks would be comfortable with that. We'd like to do that late next week. And then we don't really have a specific expiration time. I would say, our goal would be to not need more than 9 months, but we would start to move things from the pod into the house as we completed different sections of the renovation. So I think we can do it in a way that's not too noticeable from Main Street, though you would see it behind the linden tree a little bit.
Yeah, all right. And one other question, Mark, if I may, and there'll be construction happening over this 9-month period. So there'll be other activity, trucks, and will there be other storage pods in the yard? Do you know, or you know?
No, well, there wouldn't be storage pods, and we would have use of the barn to store things in, and we would try to sequence so that the contractor's tools are either in the house or in the barn, depending where we were working. I think there would be intermittently a time when they might have a rubbish dumpster, and that would have, and those are regulated through the building department in terms of permits and so forth for that. So I'm not exactly sure. We could be more specific on that when we share with you a more comprehensive renovation plan.
It's more general that there'll be activity on the site. It will obviously be a construction site. So. So thank you, Heather. I should have our guidelines memorized. There must be something in there about temporary storage units.
We don't have anything in our guidelines about temporary storage units, but we have approved temporary certificate of appropriateness for other things. So I felt that this fell under that because it's a temporary structure that would have a set deadline for removal.
Okay. I think it's appropriately cited, but let me go around, see if there are commissioners' comments. Luis, do you have any comments?
I think that from a technical standpoint, don't we need to have a formal application for a temporary structure? Or is it something that we can approve administratively?
Right. Generally, no. For temporary approvals, you guys don't require a formal application.
Then I don't have any problem. What I would like to do, but I think that it's too much to ask, is that there would be a very specific timeline, be it 9 months or 12 months or 15 months, instead of leaving it completely open.
Okay, well, it looks like the applicant's asking for 9 months, so we could approve 9 months and then revisit it if for some reason it goes beyond that.
It's a problem.
Catherine.
Yeah, I'd be comfortable with that if that's agreeable.
Thank you, sir. Catherine, any thoughts?
I have no objections. I think it sounds fine with the limitation put on the time.
Okay, thank you. Nia? Yep, you're muted. There you go.
Sorry. I can't say I love the idea. Do we have any idea what this is going to look like? Does anybody know what a Viking pod looks like?
Yeah, if only because there have been half a dozen of these on Main Street in the last year, none with any sort of application to us.
I know.
They just kind of pop up, like our neighbors had one during construction, the garage that we approved across the street, Main Street, the house that we approved that was painted, almost all of them have had a pod in the driveway for anywhere from a month to maybe 4 or 5 months without any heads up to us. So I appreciate the heads up. I think they're a pretty standard, they're like a dumpster. It's a pretty standard
20.
kind of construction.
They're white.
Yeah, they're like a white, it looks like someone left the box of a box truck in your driveway. But I don't really have an objection to it. I think it's just, you know, these are just practicalities of construction. So I don't have an issue, and I'll walk by it every day, so.
Fair enough. Thank you, Heather, for producing that picture.
And my only comment was, Mark, thank you for even bringing this up to our attention, because as Abigail points out, people usually don't even ask. So I have no objection. I don't even know if we need to take a vote, or should we vote? Okay, so we'll take a, do I need a motion, or are we just vote?
Yeah, I would do like a full motion to grant a temporary certificate of appropriateness with a specific expiration date.
Okay, who wants to do that?
I move that we approve a temporary certificate of appropriateness for 325 Main Street for a temporary storage pod to be installed at the rear of the driveway past the barn for a period of 9 months starting today. And presumably, if you need an extension beyond 9 months, you would be kind enough to come back to us and just let us know what's going on.
Yes, certainly. I would just edit a little bit, if you'd be okay with it, to make it starting June 12th. So we won't do this till late next week.
Right. Sorry. Thank you.
Can I get a second on that motion?
I second.
Thank you, sir. Now, all in favor? Oh, wait, I've got to ask for public comment. Shall I ask for public comment?
Technically, you don't need to because it wasn't a public hearing.
Yeah, it's a discussion.
Public. I'm just kidding. All right, so all in favor, and let me go backwards this time. Abigail?
Aye.
Nia?
Yep.
Catherine?
Aye.
Luis?
Aye.
And I is me as well.
Aye,
Thank you.
aye.
And good luck. And glad to see you're moving into town.
Looking forward
Great.
to
Well,
seeing
we're-
your plans.
Yeah, no, I'm eager to get your feedback. We're very excited, although I'm having budget issues, but I think we'll manage to stage things appropriately.
You are normal. You are real.
Yeah. So, well, thank you
Thank
all.
you.
We're excited, and we'll keep you posted as we get more specific.
Do, yeah.
Thank you.
For the rest of your evening.
All righty. Thank you all.
All right.
Thank you.
Just have the other thing on our other business list here, our minutes, and it looks like I thought we reviewed some of these, Heather. I feel terribly guilty. I'm going to get to these, like, you know, soon. This weekend, I promise. So it looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 outstanding minutes. So please do review those when you
I think 3
can.
of those are just opened and closed the public hearing. So
Right. So it's not as onerous as you think. You'll get through these very fast.
Okay, I should look at them. But
So don't be frightened, Peter.
me? Never.
So does everyone want to put them off until the next meeting? So you have a bit more time.
Well, let's see. The open and close one should be open and shut votes, right? I actually don't know which ones are which, though.
ugh.
Can we look-
3, 5, and 319 should definitely be.
Okay, well, why don't we try to do those right?
January.
Those are incredibly easy. And
So which ones?
3/5 and 3/19.
Wasn't there a third one?
January 16th.
And do you want me to
Yes.
share my screen?
Yes, please
Yeah.
do. That'd be great.
So this is January 16th.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, that's the where I sat in the parking lot. That was fun.
Oh, there's February 2nd up here too. Did we not approve those yet? Those are longer.
I haven't seen those.
That might have been a
I
mistake.
did. No, I did. Sorry.
Oh, 3/5, never mind.
The
It's not-
February ones just got pulled in there by accident.
Okay.
Okay, 3/19 is a open and shut.
So,
Oh, boy. Attack dog.
dogs.
Those are mine.
All right, so 1/16, 3/19. And is that it?
Wasn't there another one?
Or,
April 2nd.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
all right, so why don't I get a motion to approve those 3 minutes? The January 16th, March 19th, and
April 2.
April 2nd.
I move that, sorry.
No, go ahead, Luis.
I move that we approve the minutes from January 16, March, correct me, 7th or
19.
19th,
And April 2nd.
and April 2nd as submitted.
Second.
Favor? Luis?
Aye.
Catherine?
Aye.
Nia?
Aye.
Gail?
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Okay, thank you all. And so we'll just review the outstanding 1, 2, 3, looks like 4 minutes and get comments to you as soon as we. But thank you for being so diligent, Heather, Gil, Carrie.
Heather Carey did all those.
Thank you, Heather.
Heather C.
The ones that are not drafted are the ones that I have to do.
Only one. That's only one. Last.
Yeah, just last week's.
All right, and that, I believe, is the end of our meeting. You folks are awesome. We got in 37 minutes.
Yeah.
Yay.
I don't know, we do have Kate Hanley and Abigail Ahern are here. I don't know if they want to pop on and just briefly talk about why they're here. Might be helpful knowing someone might be contacting you soon.
We thought you were just fans.
I mean, I am now. Your meeting is so efficient. I have to say, I'm impressed. I'll just say hello. I'm Kate Hanley. I'm the Director of Sustainability for the town. And this summer, we have Abigail joining as a virtual intern, given our current situation. And she's going to be working on sustainability guidance and best practices for historic and older homes. So this was her very first week working with us. So we just wanted to listen in and say hello. And I'm sure Abigail will be following up with you all at a later date with some questions and some updates on her research and her project.
All right. Well, feel free, Abigail, anytime. You can bother any of us. Heather, both Heathers are a fountain of knowledge. Have you looked at our guidelines online? Oh, I think you're muted. There you go.
Yeah, yes, I have. I've been kind of reading through everything that Kate gave me a bunch of resources to look at. So.
All right.
Great.
Well, we may be asking you for updates because I'm sure we've all looked at the guidelines closely enough in the last couple of years.
And I'm going to be putting together a list of people that have maybe gone through the HDC application or developers we work with quite often that Abigail might be interested in interviewing and see if they have any best practices that they use in historic structures. So if you guys have any ideas of people to add to that list, even if they don't live in Concord, if you have a contact of someone, if you want to send me an email so I can put together that list for Abigail.
Terrific.
Great.
Okay.
I make a motion that the commission officially welcome Abigail and appoint her informally as an extension into the community.
Is
I
that,
did second.
is that a paid position?
No?
I'll second it.
Okay, good.
Well, welcome, Abigail. So, and Kate, thank you for the introduction. So you're all welcome anytime to attend. And that's really the conclusion of our meeting tonight. We had no other things. I see one other person in the audience. I'm not sure who that is, but that's okay. That's, people can spectate, and that's why we at least wash our hair each day.
Try to bathe. Yes.
Anything else for 3 months. All right, so I would be looking for a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn the meeting of June 4th of the Historic Districts Commission in Concord.
Second.
All right, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Yeah, Catherine and me. We are adjourned, folks.
Thank you all.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good week.
Hasta la vista.
See you.